The following program contains coarse language and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's time for the Sports Brawl. Without any further ado, here are your hosts, Cece and Keith.
Welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of the Sports Bras, the number one sports podcast in Rendon, number two in Louisville, but always number one in your hearts. I am, of course, your host, the unofficial official mayor of Rendon, CC, always alongside with my buddy, not Keith. No, joining us today on the Sports Bras because, as we said last week, Keith is about to be a father. He is actually about 12 hours away from becoming a father. And we want to, do our well wishes towards him. But joining me and replacing him, not replacing him, but sitting in for Keith, is our, you okay over there?
Give it to me. You got
The one and the only Mr. Aaron Quaylar. Thank you for joining us today, sir. How are you doing?
Good, man. Good. I'm excited to finally be on, and you might get a couple more viewers. Now that I'm on.
I will say that your background is already better than Keith, so we're just playing.
Yeah.
Keith out there is probably watching this like, this motherfucker. But
Yeah.
it is a very special Sports Bras. Actually, as we all know, it is, 6 o'clock? It's prime time, baby. We don't ever go prime time. It's been a while.
That's the only time you're going to catch me is prime time, baby.
It's been a while since since me and Keith have gone prime time. So this is a kind of like a first for us, or for me at least. But anywho, how things been on your side of the fence?
Man, it's great, man. I'm sure, us being Dallas fans all around the map is going pretty good right now.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that in just a second. Yeah, man, that was a great night last night. And, let's just go ahead and dive into it, and let's talk about them Dallas Mavericks as they took out the Oklahoma City Thunder. Game 3 at the AAC last night, 105-101. Man, Aaron, I was kind of worried at first about this series, but after that game last night, I'm feeling a little bit more confident in the Mavs getting this series victory. What are your thoughts on it?
I feel pretty confident myself. I believe the Mavs just have the better experience. I don't know. This feels just too much about 2011 when you had KD, Westbrook, and Harden, and
Right.
just the way OKC is now with Shea and this young group of talent. It's just, they're scary, but I don't know. Just I believe our experience is putting us where we need to be and move on.
Right, and that's what I mentioned to Keith when the series is happening. He's, we're both going back and forth. I said, man, although this OK City team is really good and really talented, they just don't. I don't think they have obviously they don't have the experience in the playoffs, and that's going to be the Mavericks' benefits in this one. But I still think it's going 7 games. I still think it is.
I think, even last night, I believe OKC stuck around, and that's what you don't want is for OKC to stick around and still win in Dallas tomorrow. And but yeah, I want to go back to OKC with the 3-1 lead, and let's do it. Let's get it out of the way.
Let's get it out of the way for sure. That would be so. Game 4 is going to be tomorrow night at the AAC. Is this? I know last night we were talking about how this could be a must win, but is this one coming up Monday, tomorrow night? Is this going to be a must win for the Mavs? Do they have to win
Absolutely.
this one?
Absolutely. Now more than ever, you can't give them an away win. If you do that, it's back to best out of three. OKC has the home court advantage, and it's just not. We're back on the losing side. So if you win 3-1, we can still win again in OKC, or we can finish it off at home, whatever the case may be.
I just hope they go back to OKC so I can listen to those press conferences like Luka had the other day,
Man.
like this one right here. Listen to this.
Do you have that? Oh my goodness.
What's going on in OKC? Here we go.
Just our sharing the ball and our energy was great.
What do you think?
What the?
Okay.
Did you see Lucas? Did you see Lucas there?
Oh yeah. Look at his face right now. Yeah.
I hope that's not live.
I hope that is not the line.
I've only seen it
Wow,
on
there it
TV.
goes. Rumor was that may have been Luca's mom. Maybe. No.
Jesus, Lucas' mom. I
How
mean,
dare you disrespect my mother like that?
how dare you?
Now, it was announced over the week that Nikola Jokic is once again the MVP of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I got a problem with that.
Oof. Talk about it.
I think obviously Luka was a heavy favorite, but also, I mean, the dude from Oklahoma City. I mean,
Yeah.
man, I don't think Jokic could have got that MVP, man, and I think he'd probably be the first to tell you he didn't want that MVP.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just Jokic and his personality. But man, I think it could have gone. Me personally, I think it could have gone either way. Shea, Jokic, or Luka. Jokic, just because just once again taking his team where he needs to be. I mean, tonight is a must-win for him. I know that's going to get kicked off in an hour, but I mean, it's a must-win. But as far as the season, Shea, I mean, if you kept up with OKC, man, Shea's putting up 30 every night easily.
Yeah.
I mean,
And of course, we know what Luka's been doing every night of the season as well. So it could have been either way, but yeah, even Shaq gave him the old. I respect you, but you should have won that MVP, man. I'm just being straight up with you, Shaq Daddy. Shaq Daddy in the house.
Just a congratulations every now and then will help. That's it.
Yeah. Jesus, Shaq, ease up on the
Yeah.
man. I don't think you deserve to be the MVP, Shaq now. Man.
Yeah, it's hard to understand how those votes go in, but yeah, 30, averaging almost 30 a game and number one in the West. I mean, I feel that's a given to Shea,
Mhm.
but I mean, we'll see.
He's going to have plenty of more opportunities coming down the road for sure. I just feel like either him or Luka. I mean, it could have been a toss up between him and Luka, but Shea really got screwed on that one, I think.
Yeah, well, whatever the case may be, those three MVP candidates are in the playoffs and they're going to see each other next round.
That's true. Speaking of playoffs, let's keep it rolling with our other playoff. I know you're a big hockey fan there, Aaron. The Dallas Stars took out the Colorado Avalanche last night 4-1 to take a 2-1 series lead on that one. And man, this is getting Keith called this a long time ago, and I'm going to tell him, I'm going to give him praise where praise is due. He said, all Dallas team or all of our teams locally will make it to the championship game, and we just got to worry about that football team that's down there. But so far, Rangers World Series, I see what you did there.
Ignore
the background. Stars, Mavs, they're leading in their playoffs, man. I mean, it's a great year to be a local fan around here for sure.
Yeah, it's a great year. And shout out to the Stars. I mean, those first two games, I mean, they seem to be scoring pretty easily, but they've given up a couple lead.
Game one, they should have had. They had it in the bag, 4-0.
So
and then they let Colorado come back. I mean, it's just like, what the hell?
So when you hear this 4-1, I mean, you could have definitely said that could have been game one and game two. But
True.
But, here we are.
Here we are for sure. So, yeah, so the Stars are up 2-1. Mavs are up 2-1. They both play tomorrow night. I mean, this is another reason why it's so fun because they're all playing at the same time. So it's kind of like, what game are you going to watch?
And I believe the Mavs and the Stars were the first 5 games are playing at the same day. I mean, the first, and it's been you get a heavy dose of both. So
yeah, for sure. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there tomorrow night. Now, Aaron, you recently came back from Philadelphia where you attended WrestleMania. How was that?
It was amazing. I think I got the Philly blood in me.
Oh, Jesus.
And I have some breaking news also. I don't know if you noticed this.
Okay.
For football.
Wait. Hang on. Let me get my little breaking news sounder here. Got some breaking news.
We need some pen and paper. This is breaking news here.
Where is my damn breaking news? Son of a bitch. Oh, well, I ain't got it. I thought I had it. But anyways.
Breaking news clip.
Yeah, breaking news clip. Here we go. Go ahead with your breaking news.
Dak Prescott. He's having such a great offseason. He went to the Kenny Chesney concert last night with the full bottle. So just to let you know how things are going this offseason. Who the
hell cares?
Exactly. If you're wondering how the offseason is going, here we go. He was drinking out of a bottle.
There's my breaking news.
Thank you. Wrapping it up.
Wow.
And Big Bag Zeke was trailing him. So
was he?
Yeah,
was Zeke all cowboyed up too?
I don't know what he was wearing, dude.
Oh no! What was he wearing? Did he have a cut off shirt on?
No, he just had a little black on black. Definitely wasn't cowboyed out, but he was there. They were there. They were having a good time, and we'll see. As Wednesday, by the way, the NFL schedule is dropping, and it'd be nice to see where we stand later this year.
That's right, man. That's right. I'm sure we'll have another, 12-4 season and get booted out in the first round again. So
it almost means nothing, man. It almost means nothing.
Honestly, what is your take on this all in off season? We're all in. We're gonna be all in.
I'm guilty of it, man, because I for the longest time I fell for the Jerry Jones trap.
We all have, yeah.
And you get excited for it. We get Zeke back, and you think, here we go. But we're taking steps back, and definitely not moving forward. So I mean, we'll see. I think we still have a great team and everything, but the season almost don't even matter. If we know we're making the playoffs, great. But
right.
we know where things lie.
Yeah, it lies in the playoffs. Make it to the playoffs, that's fine. We've been there. Make it to the playoffs all the time. It's getting over that hump and going over to the next round and then making it to the championship game and then eventually, hopefully, make it to the Super Bowl. But I don't see that happening with this team, man. Like I saw it with Romo, Dez, and DeMarco Murray. I saw that team could have went somewhere. I don't see it with Dak and CD, and there's no, Zeke is Zeke, so there's really not really a good running game there. You let Tony Pollard walk. Honestly, what they did, they made a huge mistake, and they gave Tony Pollard running back one freaking contract. And that's not him.
Not him.
It's not him at all. So I don't know what the state of the Cowboys is going to be in this coming up season. Like I said, it would surprise me if they win 12 games, because they are a good team offensively. But man, with Dan Quinn going to Washington, you lose that.
He wiped us clean on players also.
Yeah, and then you lose half of your defensive guys, man. I don't know, man. I really don't know what the state of this team is going to be. It almost feels like it could be a setup for Jerry to fire Mike McCarthy. It's my take. It almost feels like a setup.
Yeah.
And it could be the final bullet in Mike McCarthy's coaching,
Yeah, and instead of worrying about winning and trying to get playoff wins, I mean, it's just we're talking about firing people, and that's just the state of the Cowboys. That's just what we do. We figure out who we need to replace, who needs to do this, but we're not worried about win. We're not worried about winning, and
it's all about that brand behind, you. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, because currently, as we sit, Cowboys are number one as far as brand building goes. I believe they're worth now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's in the $7 billion. It could be, I mean, that's dollar signs that Jerry Jones is looking at. And you're right. Yeah. He doesn't care about winning. Just as long as that brand keeps selling, that brand keeps making him money, doesn't really care. Exactly. That's what the fan base has to do in order to perhaps open his eyes, is to stop caring, stop going to the games, stop buying the merchandise, stop everything. Yeah,
but win is win, man. I don't think so. Especially not this year. I just know come September there's going to be 100,000 in the stadium. Still,
oh yeah,
still. And they're going to have a great time. They're going to pour money into it, and that's just us.
Yeah,
we love them, but we hate them.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get back to your trip to Philly to WrestleMania. How was that? What kind of experience did you have on that? Because let me see, you've been on a bit of a WrestleMania streak here. Let's see, you went to 32 at AT&T. You did not go to 33 though in Orlando.
30. No. Okay. No.
You didn't go 33, 34, and of course COVID, and 35. But 38 came, or 30. Wait a minute. Yeah, 38 was here. Then you went to Hollywood at 39. Then you went to Philadelphia. So you're on a bit of a WrestleMania streak here.
Oh yeah, this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. You know what I mean? It's a dream come true. I mean, it's also nice to just travel. I haven't really traveled anywhere. LA and Philadelphia is new to me. If you ask me, I'm never going back to Philly. But
that bad, huh? Were you wearing any Cowboys stuff there?
I didn't want no problems, man.
So what was wrong with Philly? What was wrong with their atmosphere?
Honestly speaking, nothing. Honestly, and I don't think you get the right image of the stadium, the Lincoln Financial Field, but the stadium is very nice, man.
Is it?
And I Cowboy fans here don't want to hear that when I tell them, but that stadium is nice, and it looks brand new.
Yeah,
it looks brand new. I mean, it's a nice environment. If you're a Philly fan, I mean, you have the ballpark right here where the Phillies play.
Mm-hmm.
You had the 76ers, and then you have the Eagles. I mean, it's a big sports town for sure.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? That could happen in Arlington in a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
If the new Mavericks owners decide that maybe Dallas ain't the right spot to put a hotel, casino / sports entertainment arena, maybe we should head down 30 and hit that spot over there. But Cuban's already got that land over there, so I think the Mavericks and Stars are going to stay right where they're at. But it would be nice if it had all three of them over there, though.
Yeah, and I think Keith definitely needs a casino close by.
No, he does not. No, he does not. Don't you encourage that. The man is about to become a father. He's got to save every penny imaginable. And I hope he realizes that.
Ask yourself.
Them diapers are going to come in expensive, man. But
I'm sure he'll ask himself, what if I can hit tonight?
Oh, yeah, he will. Hey, babe, look, I thought about this real hard. If I just take this much and I double it, we're good.
We're good, and we're good.
Just let me go.
Let me call CC. Let me call Aaron,
No,
and we're good.
don't get me in trouble. Mm-mm.
Hey, man.
No. So all in all, was a good experience, or let me ask you
absolutely.
this: how was the Philly crowd? Because we all get this assumption on TV and in the media that Philly fans are just the most miserable fans of all time. Was that the case? Now I know it's a different atmosphere because you're going to WrestleMania, where there's a bunch of people all around the world going all around the world. So,
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess the hometown people, they wore the Eagles gear and everything. They represented for sure. But I mean, I believe that. I just believe the crowd was great. But I believe that's due to wrestling fans in general, not so much Philly fans.
yeah.
So it was great. It was cold. I will say that it was cold.
Right. Yeah, I heard it was.
Let's not ever do outdoor stadiums unless you're unless you're on the West
unless it's
Coast.
down south. Like next year, they're having it in Vegas. Are you going to Vegas?
I'm going to Vegas,
Oh,
and
Jesus!
and I'm staying for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Maybe a week.
Oh God! Vegas for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you got to do it, man. You got to do it.
Let me ask you why the later dates? Did you notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that too. I mean, I don't know if maybe people already beat them to the punch around those times. Beginning of April, end of March. But I mean,
could it have to do with maybe the Netflix deal coming up in January?
Possibly. I mean, things are changing, as you know, and there's a lot of things that's going to change also come even at the end of September. I mean, USA contract expires, but Raw still will be on USA.
And Dana White I don't know if you heard this, but Dana White did say that WWE is going to go back to pay-per-view on Sundays instead of PLEs, which, they were just exclusively on Peacock for $5.99 a month. Now they're going, supposedly from what Dana White is saying, they're going back to pay-per-viewing, which would...
I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm done.
I got so used to the Peacock $5.99 for, oh my God, that was so nice. So nice.
Go ahead. I mean, you'll see either it's going to be good or it's going to be bad. And then I could definitely see it going bad, man. People are used to, like you said, the Peacock, and even before that, the WWE network. I mean, people are just used to that now. That's life now. And it's definitely not ordering pay-per-views.
Well, let me ask you this, because this by far, this has got to be, once Keith watches this is going to be his favorite segment, because he loves nothing but wrestling talk. He absolutely loves. I mean, he comes to me every time and says, "Hey man, we got to get more wrestling talk into the show." Yeah, and I said one day, Keith, we will. But what is your state on professional wrestling now?
I just first of all, I'd like to tell Keith we might just be a full-time wrestling podcast now, just because you're gone. Just full on,
full-time wrestling podcast. Hey, we can work that. Like, me and Keith can still have the Sports Bras podcast, but if anybody's interested, me and you could on the side, we can do our little wrestling podcast ourselves.
Oh yeah. I mean,
for sure.
I believe wrestling podcast, if you're familiar on TikTok, there's so many people that live stream, and there's so many people that's just live reactions to wrestling. And I don't have enough
followers on TikTok yet to do live. It's stupid. I gotta get more followers on TikTok in order to do TikTok live.
Oh yeah, I have a. If y'all follow me on TikTok, y'all will see I had.
Cheap plug. Go ahead.
Cheap plug. No cheap plug, because I can't probably give you my right name, but I have a nice video, man, of two fans, paying tribute to Bray Wyatt, and I received a lot of likes. However, man, if you really wanted to do it, they're already sending links on promoting it. You have to spend money to probably make money in TikTok, but I think it might be worth it down the road.
Maybe. But so your state on wrestling today is what?
Amazing.
Yes.
I think it's pretty good. I believe if you're any wrestling fan, after Mania, it's you take a little bit of a like a all right, this is not what we want to see. This is boring. But now we're just I think we're in a full year of just nonstop, you know,
Good
amazing
stuff.
Matches,
Yes.
good stuff, such good
The
shit,
Triple
you know.
H era. The Triple H
The
era, as we're calling it. Now that
Yeah.
Vicente has no longer in charge. My
Mm.
God.
Not Vicente.
So my only beef I had for WrestleMania, and WrestleMania was great both nights.
Oh, yeah.
There was one thing that kind of was like, oh, man, if only this would have happened, this would have been like viral everywhere. And the main event with Cody and Roman, when
Okay,
everybody
I see where you're
came
going.
out, the nostalgic was happening. You know, everybody was freaking out. Everybody was coming out. You had Cena come out. You had The Rock come out. And then The Undertaker came out. Now, don't get me wrong. I love that The
Yeah.
Undertaker came out. But there was one man that I think should have took that place. And from what I understand, the money was not there for him to show up, and that would have been, of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just the fact because The Rock was in the ring by himself, holding the weight belt, you know, about to whoop up on some Cody Rhodes, and man, to hear that glass break would have erupted. Now, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, the bell gong erupted as well, but I think it would have been 10 times more if that glass broke.
Oh yeah, and everybody wanted it. I mean, people were anticipating this way before Mania even happened, and it was great. I mean, everybody, even myself, I was waiting for the glass to break, and but it was just such a surprise when you hear Undertaker,
Right.
and and you have to take a step back, be like, you know what, there's really nothing wrong with the Undertaker, you know.
No,
I
like I
think,
said, there's nothing wrong with it, but with the
I think they
rivalry
wanted.
The Rock and Austin had back in the day,
Oh yeah,
man, that would have been 10 times better. But
yeah.
unfortunately, I guess talks were at a standstill and nothing could have got done in time. But that's okay. You know, we still had a great moment with the Undertaker who chokeslammed The Rock, and and honestly, the professional wrestling now is, like you said, it's amazing. It's great to watch. I mean, the stories,
Absolutely.
you're invested into it. The Uncle Howdy stuff right now is
Wow.
just, it's a tribute to Bray Wyatt, as you were talking about, and they're going full circle of what Bray Wyatt was doing before his comeback in 2021 or 2022, before he untimely passed away, with the QR code. And, you got to catch it. You got to be watching, and you got to catch it because it's only going to be on there for a split second. And it's really making you, go back and scan the QR code, watch the videos, and kind of connect the dots, so to speak.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very cool. It's very cool. And it's one of those deals, like, you can't wait for it to happen, because it's going to be, it's going to be something
almost
special.
And it's almost like when is it going to happen? I mean, I will say this. I forgive me for saying it. I don't want it to happen at King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia. I
Right.
need it to be.
Needs
it
to be
needs
here.
to be needs to be here.
Yeah,
I mean,
Saudi Arabia's
they-
got enough already
getting-
over there.
they're getting all of the things, man. And believe it or not, there's been rumors and links about them maybe hosting a Rumble or Mania later in the
I can see a
later on in
Rumble.
life.
I don't see a Mania, but I can see a Rumble for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they did have the
Not on
greatest
the Great
Royal
Tour.
Rumble over there not too long ago. Remember that?
Gosh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was-
I know Titus O'Neil does, but
Yeah.
yeah,
He
man.
definitely
I think
remembers that.
yeah, it's great right now, man. I believe wrestling is back to where you have to watch on Monday. Gotta watch SmackDown on Fox, and it's only getting better.
I can't wait to see what they bring to Netflix, because I feel like, and we're seeing little bits of it once again happening, is especially with The Rock recently with the TVMA, with the cursing and the blood, and I don't want it to be full on like glorified blood, but if it makes sense in the story, go ahead and include it. If but you don't, you haven't seen that in a long time. And I think that's more where the direction they're going to go to when they go to Netflix, because I'm sure there is a policy as far as USA networks go, like, hey, easy on the violence kind of thing. I could see them going to Netflix and totally, take the chains off, so to speak, and start going that direction.
Yeah, and I think as far as the blood, even if we go to Netflix, I just have blood if there's only need for blood. But as far as like profanity and just being more reality based, I love it. It gets people's attention, just a little bit more.
And that's the thing with the AEW. Like, I kind of wish that AEW was a little bit more better than it is, but they seem to want to get the blood out there all the time, and it's just like there's a certain point of time where you just like, okay, we don't need all of that right off the bat. I mean, make it right, make it sound, make it part of a story or whatever. And that's the thing with AEW is that I think they're trying too damn hard to compete with WWE and not focusing more on their brand, so to speak.
Yeah. I think they definitely had a hot start when
they really
it all
did.
started.
They really did.
I mean, it had even got to the point. If we can circle back to pay-per-views, they were hot enough to get me to buy their pay-per-view, and it was
right.
It was hot. It was new
because you never knew who was going to show up. I mean, the best debut that they had was Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson back to back.
Yeah, I mean, you were having a good old night that night, and it was great, man. And just now, I mean, without getting into the troubles of it, I don't. It already seems like it's sinking after just not even how many years.
Well, after the CM Punk incident, that's are you surprised that CM Punk is injured? Be honest.
No, man, and it sucks, man, because CM Punk obviously is
fragile Phil.
Yeah, he's such a star, man. But oh man, him being hurt honestly wasn't even a shock, man, and it sucks. But honestly,
Go ahead.
You're probably gonna say what I said. Just look how good everything turned out once he did get injured. I mean, you would have got maybe Rollins, Drew, and Punk, or just Rollins and Punk. I mean, It just turned around. I believe Drew stepped it up on his who he is now, and you're more invested in CM Punk and Drew McIntyre right now,
right? Because that's exactly what I was going to say. Even though he's injured, he's making the most of it, and he's making the storylines like, hey, everybody's invested now into seeing Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk when it finally happens, which all directions is going to point at SummerSlam.
All right. Yeah. And I believe both are injured, if I'm not mistaken. And they're actually having some of the best segments on TV. So
right.
It's great to see that. But it's CM Punk. I mean, you're gonna have to step in the ring, and let's hope it all works out when he does.
I'm gonna tell you exactly the geniuses of how Triple H is making this work. Okay, you get the biggest superstar on your roster in Roman Reigns. You make him a champion for over 1,800 days, whatever, He loses to Cody Rhodes, and then they start this new bloodline storyline, and within a week, the fans were chanting, "We want Roman."
Oh my gosh.
That just tells you exactly how great, how it was 5 years, I would say, 5, 6, 7 years ago, people were booing Roman out of the building.
Couldn't say a word.
You couldn't say a word, and they were just not having it. He comes back as this tribal chief character and builds it up for 3-4 years and makes it to what it is today. And now everybody wants him every week.
Oh yeah. And right now it's just at a good spot. You're introducing this new bloodline, and just let's make it worse. Let Solo and the gang just tear up SmackDown. Let them become a problem to where they're begging for Roman to be back.
Yeah, and you know what that's going to lead to? It's going to lead to all signs are going to point to a bloodline versus bloodline feud. Cultivating, I believe, I would probably put this on the table right now. There's probably going to be a War Games match at Survivor Series between Bloodline versus Bloodline. Just saying.
Would you, such a moment, maybe you don't bring Roman back till Survivor Series. I mean, do you have War Games? Do you have 2 rings, or do you just have them?
Oh yeah, you
go at it in 1 ring.
Yeah, you have War Games. My deal is, if I was booking, let's play imaginary booker. If I was writing the stories, here's how I would do it. You make Solo and all them bring chaos on SmackDown to the point where Solo gets a title shot versus Cody at SummerSlam. You get a disqualification, or Cody wins, and then as a beatdown at the end. Tribal Chief's music hits, everybody stands, Roman Reigns comes out. It's full-on war. Perhaps Jimmy comes out as well, and it's on.
The OG bloodline.
The OG bloodline versus, you gotta, I don't know how they would invest Jay in it, because he is on Raw.
And he's just taking off as a star right now.
But you have to involve him. You have to involve him.
I mean, you already got a piece of it on Backlash,
right?
The little
stare down. Yeah,
Paul Heyman just begging, crying for help inside. But yeah, man. I mean, imagine that. Imagine not even a year later, Roman coming back and maybe defending Cody Rhodes. I mean,
and having the biggest pop in the company.
Oh my goodness. The way things change in a couple months.
Right. Well, that's so it'll be interesting to see on that, and we'll just have to wait and see on that. But this is the point of the show now, Aaron, that I introduce you to some of my funniest videos that I found over the week. And we start off with this guy here who's got a great song about our anus. Here we go.
I love it.
Our anus is a useful thing indeed. The anus gives relief in time of need. We all have an anus, so no matter what you've heard, remember that anus is the proper word.
I can't even right now.
There you go. And this was me at pouring some syrup over there when I was having some Whataburger breakfast. This is my reaction to just the juiciness and greatness of pancakes served when you pour syrup on it. Here we go.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Shit, that make your pussy throb right there.
That will make your pussy throb.
I was swear to God, I was just about to say my pussy's throbbing.
No. No, please stop.
And since it is Mother's Day, well, not Mother's Day, but this is a message for you parents out there. Well, maybe Mother's Day. I don't know. If you have things that are not locked away, your kid may take it to toy or to show and tell as a lightsaber. Case in point, here we go.
Oh my God.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you have there today? Show and tell us. Tell us what you brought in today. Okay, you can have a seat. Thank you for showing. Just to recap the rules, we show, and then we talk about it. That's the tell part. Who's next? Philip. Philip, what do you have?
I brought in a rock stripped and mounted underneath her pillow.
Okay, that's great. Philip, thank you for that.
It has a switch here to turn it on. Then it buzzes like a rocket ship.
No, don't.
All right, you can have a seat now.
Don't
Okay,
turn it on.
Coming in for a
No,
landing.
it's good. Is it okay? You know what?
Like how the teacher knocked it off his. Get that thing out of my face.
Get that shit.
You broke his rocket ship.
Put it, ladies.
you're
Put it away, please.
Yes. Oh no.
Lock it up.
Lock it up, ladies. Your kids will find it and take it to show and tell.
To show and tell. I mean, we still do show and tell in school. Jesus.
Here's just a little bit of let's see. Oh, have you seen this video? This is an oldie but a goodie. This is a guy off the QVC channel or the Home Shopping Network. He's trying to sell his ladder, so to speak, the lock-in ladder thing. And he's demonstrating how it locks in, but it didn't really work out as planned. Here we go.
Hey, listen, just walk right up. And I tell you, it's very safe, it's durable, and it's lightweight. Carrying me. So really, now it's locked in place.
You're trying to sell anything.
So really,
it's locked in now.
Oh,
God,
Jesus. Are you okay? Actually, I didn't have it locked. You have to lock it. Once you lock it, you're okay. But
took the face plant.
It is very safe to operate.
I don't think anybody wants that after.
So, continue to call for it.
All righty. Well, okay.
Harold, I hope you're okay. One B-side.
Gonna be okay. I don't.
Yeah, I love those. You gotta love those live segments. Be like, we'll be back.
Yeah. I love how they immediately cut away and just gave the phone number. Meanwhile, little Larry's down there, full blooded. I'm guaranteeing you. As you know, NCAA 25 is coming back to game consoles. I'm pretty excited about it. I can't wait to play it. I'm a big NCAA football fan myself, and a lot of people were wondering if the old commentators are going to be on there, and I hope like hell old horny Brent Musburger is on there. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, just remember old horny Brent Musburger when he was talking about the ladies on some NCAA football. Here we go.
1,500 red-blooded Americans just decided to apply to Florida State. You see that lovely lady there? She does go to Auburn, I want to admit that. But she also Miss Alabama, and that's A.J. McCarron's girlfriend, okay? And right there on the right is Dee Bonner. That's A.J.'s mom. Wow, I'm telling you, quarterbacks, you get all the good-looking women. What a beautiful woman.
Wow, A.J.'s doing some things right down in
So if you're a youngster in Alabama, start getting the football out and throw it around the backyard with Pop.
Wow. That is a horned up man right there. But, got his times, whatever. And last but not least, I want to play this one. This is a guy, obviously, this is before, social media and before, you can make viral videos and try to make some extra dough here. This guy here made a home video of how to exercise. Let's us introduce you to him.
This is Rock's Winning Workout Without Weight.
Workout. Here we go.
And it's a beginning exercise program, and my friend Zara is going to be the demonstrator.
Just look at that.
And we're going to go through this exercise routine. And you can follow along with this exercise routine, the beginning part of it, and then later we'll show you some exercises you won't be able to follow along with. It's called jumping up and down, and follow along with Zara. He's going to do 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have my friend Doral Silverthorne is going to talk about the relationship with fitness.
I wish to say that our government is a two-faced hypocrite.
The next thing we're going to do, we're going to have a foot race between Czar and Big Zaddy.
I know.
I'd like to thank all my friends that came over to put this exercise tape together. And
blonde hair and looks like Owen Hart.
Oh, Jesus.
There you go. But yeah, so there we go. We got some of those videos there for you this week, and I hope you guys like it. And yeah, main thing of the day is, ladies, lock your stuff up. That's all I'm saying.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day. Any last words before we head out, my friend?
Man, just congrats to Keith, man.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to talk to him soon. Maybe get him on, man. Us three on the Sports Bras, man. That's what we've been aiming for a long. What we've been aiming for a long time.
The triple threat. The triple threat. That's right. Yes, Keith is. I can't believe that man's finally going to be a father, man. After all these years, he's finally going to be a dad.
Yeah, man. Maybe on the next show, which I will definitely be on. You can find me next week.
Yep.
Maybe we'll share little stories of Keith and our history back in the day.
I don't think he wants some of those out.
Just kidding, man.
Just kidding.
Congrats again, Keith, man. I'm proud of you, man. You came a long way.
You did. He did come a long way. Yeah, that's why we can't tell some of them stories, because he did come a long way. But yes, by this time tomorrow, that man will be a dad. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it, man. And hopefully, maybe I won't see it. Maybe I won't get an invite to a baby shower. But some people just don't get invited to baby showers. And
I mean, the baby shower's already done.
Oh,
she's gonna have the baby tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So I didn't get invited. Is what I'm getting at.
What makes you feel better? I didn't either. And baby showers are more for the mom anyway.
Bullshit.
Gary didn't want to be there. He didn't.
It's for us guys to drink out of baby pacifiers.
I don't think that's how baby showers are done.
And get drunk.
It's not drunk time. I don't know what kind of baby showers you're going to. God damn.
It's not drunk time.
What?
I'll tell you.
Where's that broken skull?
Oh man, that's for Saturdays only.
Saturdays only, huh? Well, I got my root beer, so.
This is promoted by Twisted Tea. Never mind.
No, we cannot do that.
I can't promote. I'm sorry.
What are you doing? Trying to get us banned.
Cheap future plug.
Yeah, Monster's going to be pissed you're promoting something else.
Oh, no. Not Monster, geez, I'm sorry.
I wish Monster would fucking... Yeah, so that's going to do the show today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, listening on this primetime edition of the Sports Bras. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And next week, I'm sure Aaron will be right back on here with us. We'll sit down. We'll talk about some of the stuff that went down over the week. Hopefully the Mavs and Stars can close out their series by then. We'll see. Yes,
sir.
But anyways, I want to thank Aaron for coming on for sure. Thank you, sir, for coming on and tuning in or joining me here. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here, man. I can't wait to be back next week.
Now, usually Keith sends us on home. I'm going to let you do the honors and send us on home. So usually what Keith says is, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Sports Bras. You ready?
No. We're not gonna do that.
Oh, you're going to do your own?
No, I'm just kidding, man.
All right.
Just ready when you are, brother.
Go ahead.
Thank you for having me on, man. This is the Sports Bras. This is CC, Keith, and Hart, and the new host, the better host.
The new host.
Most guys with the most views.
You soloing me?
Solo. Call me Aaron Solo. We are here, brother.
You're trying to solo Sequoia me, man. How dare you?
We will catch y'all next week. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to all you MILFs out there for sure. And never ever forget, guys, you can't run, but you can't hide. Let's see. How am I going to end this? You can't run, but you can't hide. Unless... Oh, there we go. Yeah. You can't run, but you can't hide unless you're an inspiring rapper going to P. Diddy's party. We'll see you guys next week. Aaron, appreciate you once again. Thank you for coming on. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one, everybody.
Let's go, Mavs. Let's go, Dallas.
Let's go, Stars. Let's go, Mavs. Peace.